Welcome back to Ozarks tonight. Working to make sure that cancer issues are a priority in the state of Missouri. That's the goal of the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. Emily Calmer is the Government Relations Director with ACS CAN. Thank you for joining us. Here to tell us more about the organization's 2021 legislative priorities. So, Emily, you guys have a lot to work on for this new year. There are three main policies ACS CAN is making a priority. What are those?
Sure. This session, we're focusing in Jeff City on ensuring access to quality health care, cancer prevention and early detection, and reducing the toll of tobacco on Missourians.
So when you say ensuring access to quality care, what does that mean for someone who is uninsured or underinsured? What resources are available in Missouri?
Sure. So it's a top priority for us to make sure that people have access to insurance, because we know those who have insurance have much better luck at getting their vital cancer screenings and cancer treatment. So for those who are uninsured or underinsured in Missouri, a great resource to have out there is the Mo Health Net program. And it's more important than ever with the number of people who've lost their jobs through the pandemic, that we have funding to make sure that that's available. And just one example, here in the St. Louis area, I know there was a waitress who recently lost her health insurance, with her restaurant going out of business, and that was in the middle of her breast cancer treatment. So unfortunately, she didn't qualify for Mo Health Net right now. But with the voters' approval of Amendment 2, when the General Assembly funds that, Missourians like her will have that insurance coverage option. So we want to make sure legislators know how critical that is, and that they do provide the funding for that vital program.
And you are working to maintain funding for cancer prevention and early detection as well. How much money do you hope to keep in that area, and what is that used for?
Sure. So there's a life-saving program here in Missouri called the Show Me Healthy Women program, and that helps with mammograms and pap smears for uninsured and underinsured women. And then if cancer is detected, it helps them get treatment. So we're asking the state to keep the money they have in the budget right now for this needed resource, and that's $500,000, and that helps us qualify for some federal money. So it's like I said, with the number of folks who don't have access to insurance right now, it's more than ever, it's critical for us to have that program and that funding.
And how is ACS CAN fighting against tobacco products?
Well, helping Missourians quit using tobacco and preventing kids from ever starting is critical to the fight against cancer, with at least 11,000 Missourians dying of smoking-related illnesses every year. So unfortunately, Missouri trails the nation in its state funding, but we want to make sure the General Assembly understands how critical that is, and that they prioritize funding programs that help people quit using tobacco and prevent kids from ever starting.
And you mentioned the story about the waitress, and we all know that 2020 was a very difficult year. As an organization advocating for cancer patients, what toll has the pandemic taken on those patients? I know that she's probably not the only story that you have.
Yes, we know people have lost their insurance. We know there are people that have had delays in their diagnosis with, not being able to access cancer screening or treatment. Cancer patients have been affected in so many ways during the pandemic. That's why, as I said, it's more important than ever that we support critical programs like Mo Health Net and Show Me Healthy Women, because Missourians need those resources to help them in their fight against cancer. It's like I said, it's always our goal to increase cancer screening and diagnosis so that we can get people treatment and improve their likelihood of winning their battle. But more than ever, we know these vital programs are crucial for these folks who are impacted by the pandemic.
How has the pandemic affected fundraising and awareness efforts?
The American Cancer Society has never faced a threat to our fundraising like the pandemic has been. It's forced us to kind of change how we operate with not being able to have our in-person events. But on the awareness front, we're more than more than we ever have been, we're dedicated to raising awareness of the vital mission of the American Cancer Society and the American Cancer Action Network. And with resources that we have, like Zoom, like the virtual options we have out there, we're just changing our efforts and making them fit the times that we're in right now.
I think everyone's learning to adapt during these difficult times. Cancer Action Day is also going to look different this year. So first, tell us what that day is all about and how it will look this year.
Sure. Every year, volunteers from across the state of Missouri come to Jeff City and ask their elected officials to help in the fight against cancer. So this year, with the pandemic, we are taking that virtual. We know there's a number of cancer survivors and cancer caregivers that are part of our volunteers, and we don't want to risk anyone having any sort of outcome there. So we're going to be going virtual, and it's going to be on March 3rd. And what the great thing about that is we're hoping more people than ever can join us, since they can speak to their lawmakers from their homes and let them know how important it is that they help us in the fight against cancer.
And where can people get some more information about the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network, or that day that's going to be happening on March 3rd, which is just right around the corner as well?
Yeah. So our website is www.fightcancer.org, and that's the best place to go. You just search for Missouri, or you can go to fightcancer.org/mo. That's where the latest information is about how to get involved on our date on March 3rd.
Okay, Emily Calmer, thank you so much for joining us and for your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Heather.
And we will be right back with more Ozarks Tonight. Keep it here.